Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good morning. Good afternoon and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in great spirits. We got some things to talk about. Things are just going crazy out here in these streets. Let's keep it a buck. All right. It has been absolutely insane as of late. And the news be newsing out here, guys. There is something that's going to be popping off here in just a little bit. In a little bit over 15 minutes from now, there's allegedly going to be a press conference revolving around what just happened last night. So while we were all resting our weary little heads, because let me tell you, my head has been very weary as of late. There's been nothing but just information just coming out like crazy. The news has been news, and this has not been it's been a while since I've seen a slow news cycle. Let's just say that. Okay? But nonetheless, we have got to talk about this, and this is some breaking. Well, this broke overnight, but to me, when I woke up this morning to this information, holy cow, this was some real breaking news. Okay? So please do me a favor, okay? Because we got some information we got to talk about before we get into things, all right? So hit that like button down below, please, and thank you. Crush that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. If you're watching on the TikTok, please be sure to hit that like button down below, or those hearts. Give me some hearts. I got some roses up above on the top of the screen. If you can share some gifts, that'll be greatly appreciated, okay? Hit that follow button. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on X/Twitter, Instagram. I'm on all those platforms. Show some love by simply going and becoming a follower or a subscriber here too. So subscribe here to my main channel. Go over to my secondary channel, because I just dropped a video just about 30 minutes ago, if I'm correct. More stuff on Diddy. I know, but the Diddy train just don't stop, and the information is flying out here, and we're staying on top of it as best as we can. So go over to my secondary channel, the Pascal Show Clips. Crush that subscribe button over there as well, okay? Because I'll be giving it to you short, and I'll be giving it to you long. Hold on, I'm sorry. That sounded wrong. But you know what I mean, okay? I'm giving you long formatted content and short formatted content. You all in your dirty minds all in the gutter. How dare you? Anyway, so please be sure to subscribe to both channels, okay? This main channel, The Pascal Show, and then go over to The Pascal Show Clips. Crush that subscribe button over there too, okay? We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, y'all. We're this close. We just got to keep hitting that subscribe button, so please show some love, all right? Okay, hit that join button down below. Become a member, support the channel. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. Join, become a member. Go and check out Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show. And yes, we got merch. We got the merch there, love. Go check it out, pascalmerch.com. pascalmerch.com. We got some really great graphic tees, hoodies, you name it, and they're all at affordable prices, because I know we are all out here trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, okay? The price of milk, it keeps going up. The price of gas keeps going through the roof, and it's been insane. So we understand that, all right? But if you can support, go check out that clothing. I'm sure you'll find something for yourself or for your loved ones, okay? You'll find something you'll love over there. Anyway, okay, got all that mess out the way. Let's get into the conversation here, okay? We got some things to talk about. Sorry, I just hit the camera up in this mug, okay? We don't have a whole lot of time, but, because very soon, very shortly, we are going to be hearing from the people that actually indicted. There's a difference, okay? He indicted this man right here. Mayor Eric Adams. Yes. He has been indicted by a federal grand jury on charges that I'm like, wait a second, how did this all happen? which, by the way, I'm still trying to figure out. Okay. And so I'm trying to learn a little bit more about this. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are trying to understand and learn a little bit about this. This has to do with some monies being moved around and so on. We're going to get into it here very, very shortly. But again, a lot of people are wondering, is there, could there be some sort of connection? Let's be real. Diddy gets arrested a little bit ago. Okay. Not very long ago, a short while ago. Diddy gets arrested. He's thrown into jail. A lot of people are having some issues. A lot of people in Hollywood are having issues with that because we're not hearing much from them. We're not hearing anything from Hollywood. And remember, yesterday I talked about politicians and how there are allegations of politicians being involved at these parties as well. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that Mayor Adams has anything to do with it. But at the same time, it just seems a bit odd that now he's been indicted, okay, on federal charges right after we just saw Diddy get locked up. So I'm curious about this. It's very interesting. And like I said, I got a lot of questions about this. But we got some things. Well, let's look at this, okay? This is him. This, of course, Mayor, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, is indicted following a federal investigation. And they're saying that, which is interesting, that feds were seen outside of Gracie mansion. So let's take a look at this article, okay? Because like I said, we are all still trying to process this. We're all still trying to understand what the hell happened here. And of course, in about 10 minutes, there's going to be a press conference, and hopefully they'll be able to break this down and explain to us what exactly is going on. The other piece I do want to say is that the indictment, the charges have been sealed. Allegedly, those charges will now be revealed. Hopefully they will be revealed at this press conference when that happens in about 10 minutes. Allegedly, it happens in about 10 minutes, okay? Give or take. Sometimes they're on time. Sometimes they're too early. Sometimes they're very late. So we're going to ride with it, and we're going to check out that press conference as a family. But let's take a look at this, okay? So New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted following a federal investigation. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York. Remember, everything that's going on with Diddy right now, okay, especially with all the charges that he's looking at and all that stuff, those investigations were done and by the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Southern District of New York. Now, again, could that be a coincidence or could it not be? I leave that question up to you guys. But again, it's very interesting that a week or so later, okay, we are now seeing Mayor Eric Adams getting arrested as well. Like that's crazy, right? Ain't that? Interesting. So, okay, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt that, but okay. So the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York is expected to announce the specific charges at 10:30 my time today, okay? So watch the news conference, which is going to be on CBS News, which, we'll be looking at that in a little bit, okay? Because clearly we're all wanting to know what the hell's going on here, right? So meanwhile, federal agents could be seen parked outside the mayor's home at Gracie Mansion early Thursday morning. Federal agents mad because I'm flagrant. Sorry. See what I did there? Okay. Federal agents appeared this morning at Gracie Mansion in an effort to create a spectacle again and take Mayor Adams' phone again. This is what his attorney said, okay? So this is what his attorney is saying. He has not been arrested and looks forward to his day in court. Again, he hasn't been arrested. He's been indicted on these charges, but he hasn't been arrested, which I wonder why he wasn't actually arrested. Okay, which is interesting. He's being indicted, but there's no arrest, which is interesting. But Alex Spiro, his attorney, said this in a statement. Okay, they sent dozens of agents to pick up a phone when we would have happily turned it in. Are you sure about that? The indictment comes on the heels of several investigations involving the mayor and members of his administration. The various probes have been playing out over the course of months, starting in November 2023. Let me just say this. Do you remember what happened? Remember what happened in November of 2023? Don't worry, I'm not going to wait. It's Cassie. Isn't it weird that Cassie's lawsuit comes out on November 2023, and then there were several investigations involving the mayor and members of his administration starting in November? I mean, just do the math. For once, I could say the timeline is timelining for me, at least. And sure, I could be looking like I'm wearing my tinfoil hat right now, but okay, it's nice, snug, and tight on my head right now. But in November of 2023, what did Cassie drop? Which caused him to get arrested and made the feds start investigating into Diddy. Now, around that same doggone time, they're investigating into Mayor Eric Adams. Come on, y'all. Hopefully you got your coffee. Wake up. Wake up, sons of guns. Because I feel this one all the way down to my plums. I'm telling you right now, the timeline for once is actually timelining, which is weird. Okay? And then, of course, heated up with a flurry of subpoenas in recent weeks. Let's continue on. I'm just saying, the math may not be mathing. My math could be off, but it seems a bit of a coincidence that this all goes down around the same doggone time. In a taped message sent through his attorney, Adams responded to reports of the indictment on Wednesday night. My fellow New Yorkers, it is now my belief that the federal government intends to charge me with crimes. If so, these charges will be entirely false, based on lies, but they would not be surprising. I always knew that if I stood my ground for all of you, that I would be a target, and a target I became. Isn't that funny? I love his spin. Like, let's see what you're getting hit with, bruh, before you start saying like, I would, you know what I mean? Come on. Now I'm waiting for a Bryan Adams song to start playing in the background, or some Meatloaf or something. You know what I mean? Something really dramatic and over the top. But anyway, for months, leaks and rumors have been aimed at me in an attempt to undermine my credibility and paint me as guilty. Just this past week, they searched the home of our new police commissioner, looking for documents from 20 years ago, just 1 week after he joined my administration. Enough. I will fight these injustices with every ounce of my strength and my spirit. If I'm charged, I know I am innocent. I will request immediate trials so the New Yorkers can hear the truth. The New Yorkers know my story. They know where I come from. I have been fighting injustice my entire life. That fight has continued as your mayor. Despite our pleas, when the federal government did nothing as its broken immigration policies overloaded our shelter system with no relief, I put the people of New York before party and politics. Now, if I am charged, many may say I should resign because I could not manage the city while fighting the case. I can also understand everyday New Yorkers will be concerned that I cannot do my job while I face accusations. But I have been facing these lies for months since I began to speak out for all of you and their investigation started. Yet, the city has continued to improve. Make no mistake, you elected me to lead this city, and lead it I will. I humbly ask for your prayers and your patience as we see this through. God bless you, and God bless the city of New York. Thank you. Now, what's interesting about this, okay? I think is what is really interesting about this is that he's sitting here going like, hey, these are all lies. This is all fake. This is all fictitious. I know you guys are thinking I'm going to step down, but I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here, right? Like, I think it's interesting. I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm gonna fight for this while I am still your mayor. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that that's not possible. But I do find it very, very interesting. Hold on, guys. I'm just checking something here. This must be old. It's got to be. Let me see this. Hold on. If there's people talking over this, then this is old. Hold on. Hit that like button down below, please, and thank you. Hit that subscribe button as well. That'd be great.
Look at the drip of information. When you look at our cooperation, our attempts to sit down and cooperate, when you look at what has taken place, there's been a narrative of giving the appearance that there was something improper that's done, and it was just wrong.
Okay, hold on. I'm rolling this back because apparently this just they started early, I guess. Which also, by the way, hold on. Before I get into that, let me play this video for you really quick because apparently there's somebody else that's going to be speaking out about this. Hold on.
Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York. Now it's raining, but we have to do it. The U.S. versus Eric Adams. It's confirmed. It was just wheeled out in the Southern District of New York Magistrates Court by Magistrate Judge Catherine H. Parker. She came in. She said, in the matter of U.S. versus Eric Adams, the assigned judge is, she opened up this little yellow envelope that came out of the wheel, and she said, Judge Garnett. But Judge Garnett was a prosecutor until about a year ago, or less. So she said, she is recused. She spun the wheel again and said, the case is assigned to Judge Ho. He's in the other building, 40 Foley. I've had some experience trying to get unsealed some documents in a Russian oligarch's yacht case. I probably will have more to say. The case number is 24 CR 556, U.S. versus Eric Adams. It is confirmed. There's an 11:30 press conference by Damen Williams, but he won't be taking questions, they say.
By Damen Williams. Okay. So that's why I was like, wait a second. Are they, because we're hearing Eric Adams talking right here. Okay. So I just want to make that abundantly clear because we're supposed to be hearing from somebody else, Damen Williams, talking about this. Okay. So just want to make that abundantly clear. Let me roll this back because apparently they're saying Mayor Eric Adams takes questions after federal indictments unsealing. So let me just pull this back a little bit. Let's hear what these people got to say, because I'm sure a lot of them are probably saying this is one bold face. This is one big old witch hunt, I'm sure. Let's take a listen.
Come on, my girl. When the real warriors, Jackie Rowe Adams.
Good morning, everybody. Do something, and then you can say something. Do something. Mayor Adams stood on the steps of City Hall when he wasn't mayor, and I want y'all to hear this. We had families that just lost their kids to violence. The mayor, not you, but the mayor. He wasn't the mayor then. He stood with us on the steps and saved lives and called the question in 2006. At that time, I'm a mother who lost 2 kids to gun violence, and at that time, we should have had stop and frisk. Maybe my kids wouldn't be dead today. If they check these kids that I stand with Eric Adams, and I'm going to stand with him, and he ain't going nowhere. You are. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm just here to say that Mayor Adams has stood with us, and we're here now as the United Clergy Coalition.
Okay, hold on. Let me just see what's going on live.
Trips were actually gratis. But another thing I think that's going to cause him some problems with the straw donors that involve people in New York.
Let's hear what.
It turns out that one
let's
of the
hear what he got to
charges
say.
Involves a Brooklyn construction company with the owner of the construction company, a Turkish.
Okay, here we go. This is very interesting. Yeah.
How are you? Good to see you. Yeah.
Read it was 57-page indictment. It's the first time you actually saw the allegations against you. And in reference to your statement last night with regard to speaking out about the migrant crisis, exactly who in the federal government, White House,
who gave the directive and orders that we're going to take on and create this group of lies? They have the answer to that question. When it comes down to read it, I peruse through it to get the top lines. The attorneys are going to dig into the crevices of it, but it is clear. Everyone that knows me knows I follow campaign rules and I follow the law. That is how I lived my life, and I don't see coming into the 60s and my age to all of a sudden change what I've done all the time. I follow the law and I follow the campaign rules.
Thank you.
Okay.
After a couple of weeks, some like 4 or 5 people from your staff have resigned. After today, don't you feel afraid that more people are going to keep resigning and you're going to have some problems dealing with the case?
No. Listen, we I think that people fail to properly realize that we have over 300,000 dedicated employees. Over 300,000. Those who decided to transition to do some more things with their lives, many of them told me ahead of time they were going to do that. But we have an amazing, credible team of dedicated New Yorkers, and they're going to continue to do that. I think that's what's going to surprise everyone. 10 months ago, when my phones were removed, like today it was about my phones. Same thing that happened 10 months ago. Today was about my phones. Let's get clear on that. When they removed my phones 10 months ago, people said that all of a sudden the city was going to collapse. It was not going to move forward. Look what has happened over 10 months.
Hold on. I got some breaking information I wanted to share with you guys as we go through this. As we listen to his press conference, he has been charged with bribery and wire fraud. Okay. As this federal indictment has been unsealed. From my understanding, it's 57 pages long. It just came out just a little bit ago, but look at this. Ain't that some interesting stuff? Don't worry, we're going to be hopping back and forth. We got to hear what he, we got to hear him talk his talk. But okay, so he has been charged with bribery, wire fraud, and 2 other federal crimes. Okay, becoming the first sitting mayor in modern history to face federal criminal charges. U.S. attorneys in the SDNY, Southern District of New York, unveiled a sprawling 5-count indictment against Adams, accusing him of seeking and accepting illegal campaign contributions to his 2021 mayoral campaign, as well as other things of value from foreign nationals. These charges stem from a months-long federal investigation into his 2021 mayoral campaign, and his ties to Turkish government officials and Turkish nationals. What? Federal agents descended upon the Gracie mansion on Thursday. Apparently, FBI raided his crib. Okay? Raided his current home, seizing Adams' cell phone and conducting a search warrant. They raided his home yesterday, y'all. Yesterday. This is, man, see what I'm saying? This is some wild-ish. And we ain't done. We're going to go back and listen to what he got to say and all that, okay? And yes, Debbie's right on TikTok. For those of y'all who are not listening, who can't hear because it's on the YouTube, I will give you guys a recap of what he says in the presser, if it's anything worth recapping. You know what I mean? Because he could just be capping. Get it? Moving on, though. He's denied all allegations of wrongdoing in a pre-recorded video released on Wednesday evening. I got to find that video. I don't have that one yet. I read you guys the snippet, right? I read to you guys what he says, but I'll try to find it so we can actually hear his words, see his gums flapping, right? But anyway, he described any charges he may face as entirely false and based on lies, which we talked about. Now, calls for Adams to resign have begun. And yeah, his career could literally go. Indeed. So we'll see. Is this a wrap? Is this a wrap for the Adams? Very interesting, right? Don't worry. We're going to get into some more stuff, but let's take a look at what he has to say. Because they're now saying that he received not only contributions, illegal contributions, meaning the monies for his campaign when he ran for mayor in 2021, but also other things of value. And they're saying this is coming from Turkey. No, not the gobble gobble, the country, okay? No, the country, okay? They're saying he has ties to the Turkish government and Turkish nationals. When was the last time, okay? When was the last time you heard anything like that at all as of late? Like about Turkey. We hear Russia all the time, right? We hear about Russia all the time, but we are literally talking about Turkey right now. Ain't that interesting? Am I the only one who finds that interesting? Is it happening right now? The press conference? Hold on. Whoops.
2017, Adams accepted free business class tickets for himself, travel benefits.
Thank you.
Disguised contributions.
Hold on, I'm rolling that back.
As we allege from foreign donors.
And, you know,
expected this, not surprising at all. Called the actions demonizing, called them lies. But again, there is a multi-count indictment. We have federal charges, including bribery.
Hold on. The moment we all been waiting for, but let me just say this, okay? Oh, that's mean. Kamala has a turkey neck. A lot of people when they get up there in the ages, they got that turkey neck, that warble. Okay, but here it is, guys. First off, please, the moment we all been waiting for is actually finally happening. Hit that like button down below. We'll play you a little bit backwards. Okay, we'll do this part because we've been waiting for Damen Williams to come through and talk about this. Maybe he found videos of Eric Adams running after Diddy. You never know. Okay, but still, hit that like button down below. Let's get it past 1,000 likes, man. Can we get it to 1K? Let's get 1K. All right. A like don't cost a thing, and it helps this show. Don't forget to subscribe here on my main channel. Go to my secondary channel, please, and thank you. You'll get shorter videos and all that stuff over there. Please go to the Pascal Show clips. Crush that. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers over there. We're almost there. All right? Help a brother out, okay? Trying to give you that hot fire, okay? Nothing but hot fire. Let's get into this because Damen Williams lately, man, he's the one who dropped all the information about Diddy, about confirming the tapes and all that stuff. Now we're hearing stuff about Eric Adams, Mayor Eric Adams, and ties with the Turkish government and Turkish nationals, him taking the monies from people and other items. What are these items, though? Could they be people? Just curious. Let's continue.
Wire fraud, solicitation of a contribution by a foreign national. And we had talked earlier about not only Turkey, but other countries being part of this investigation. Might we be seeing more to come?
Well, I think that when you take a look at some of the trips he took, there are trips to other countries that he took in the list that they're talking about. But one thing I want to point out, that this is an argument the mayor made today, and he's been...
My name is Damen Williams, and I'm the United States Attorney here in the Southern District of New York.
Let's go. Talk
Today
your talk,
we are
Damian.
announcing campaign finance, bribery, and conspiracy charges against Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. As the indictment alleges, Mayor Adams engaged in a long-running conspiracy in which he solicited and knowingly accepted illegal campaign contributions from foreign donors and corporations. As we allege, Mayor Adams took these contributions even though he knew they were illegal. And even though he knew these contributions were attempts by a Turkish government official and Turkish businessmen to buy influence with him. We also allege that the mayor sought and accepted well over $100,000 in luxury travel benefits from some of the same foreign actors who arranged many of the illegal campaign contributions. These benefits included free international business class flights and opulent hotel rooms in foreign cities. The mayor had a duty to disclose these gifts on his annual public disclosure forms so that the public could see who was giving him what. But as we allege, year after year after year, he kept the public in the dark. He told the public he received no gifts, even though he was secretly being showered with them. We allege that Adams accepted these benefits knowing that they were given to him because of his position. And in exchange for some of those improper benefits, he intervened in the New York City Fire Department's inspection process for a building owned and operated by the Turkish government, allowing it to open even though it had not passed the fire inspection. The corruption alleged in the indictment is, as I said, long-running. As we allege in the indictment, Adams's solicitation of illegal campaign contributions began in 2018. After he started raising funds for his 2021 mayoral campaign, he agreed to take contributions offered by multiple Turkish businessmen, several of whom he met in Turkey. Adams knew that these wealthy individuals could not legally donate in a US election. Federal law clearly prohibits foreign donations. That's how we protect our elections from foreign influence. Yet Adams directed his staff to pursue this illegal money to support his campaign for mayor. And as we allege, Adams continued to pursue foreign money in secret well into 2021.
Damn.
And it didn't stop with his first campaign for mayor. As we allege, in 2023, the mayor rekindled these corrupt relationships, seeking more illegal campaign contributions from some of the same foreign sources to support his re-election campaign. Adams also took contributions that broke other laws. As we allege, he sought contributions from businessmen far in excess of what the law allowed. He also allegedly sought contributions from corporations, which are not allowed to contribute at all in New York City elections. Many of those illegal corporate contributions were organized by the same people who organized the illegal foreign contributions. And Adams allegedly disguised them all in the same way by accepting the money through so-called straw donors. A straw donor contributes someone else's money, hiding the money's illegal source, such as a foreign businessman, a corporation, or a wealthy New Yorker who has already contributed the maximum amount allowed. And as we allege, Adams circumvented all of these laws, taking contributions from exactly the sources the law prohibits, all to benefit his mayoral campaigns. Now, Adams also personally benefited from the illegal conduct alleged in the indictment. Adams solicited and accepted over $100,000 in luxury travel benefits for years from wealthy Turkish business people and at least one Turkish government official seeking to gain influence over him. Adams started accepting undisclosed luxury travel benefits at least as early as 2016. He took these benefits nearly every year through 2021. Here are some of the benefits that we uncovered during our investigation. In 2016, Adams flew to India through Turkey and received 2 free round-trip upgrades for business class seats. That's the highest class on Turkey's national airline. Those upgrades were worth more than $12,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed. In 2017, Adams accepted free business class tickets for himself and his travel companions to France, Turkey, and China. And he was put up in the Bentley suite in the St. Regis Hotel in Istanbul. All of that was worth more than $41,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed.
Damn.
Also in 2017, he flew to China, again, through Turkey, and accepted 2 free business class tickets for himself and a companion.
He's worse than
Those
Tiffany
were worth
Henyard.
more than $16,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed. In 2018, he flew to Hungary through Turkey and accepted free upgrades for business class seats. Those were worth more than $12,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed.
Hamburger.
In 2019, he flew to Turkey and accepted a free upgrade to business class for his companion and a free stay in a lavish suite at the St. Regis Hotel in Istanbul. That was worth more than $9,000. And again, none of it was publicly disclosed.
He's a passport bro. It's okay.
Adams solicited business class tickets to Istanbul, stays at luxury hotels and resorts, yacht tours, and meals. As we allege, he asked to pay a nominal fee for all of this in order to disguise what we allege were in fact bribes. He canceled that trip at the very last minute, but the benefits that he solicited were worth more than $21,000. And later in 2021, Adams flew to Ghana, again, through Turkey, and accepted free business class ticket upgrades and other gifts while he was on a layover in Istanbul. Those benefits were worth more than $12,000. And just like all the other benefits I've just run through, none of it was publicly disclosed.
Damn.
Now, I want to be clear.
And a partridge
These
in a
upgrades
pear.
and freebies were not part of some frequent flyer or loyalty program available to the general public. As we allege, this was a multi-year scheme to buy favor with a single New York City politician on the rise, Eric Adams. Now, this is a chart with all of the undisclosed travel benefits that we uncovered during the investigation. We just list it all out here. You see the year, 2016, 2017, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2 in 2021. The destination, India all the way to Ghana. The benefits, the free upgrades or free tickets altogether, the hotel stays, and the value. And if you just sum up all the dollar amounts here, you get to more than $100,000. And of course, as I said before, every single trip that we list here was undisclosed.
Damn.
As we allege in the indictment, in addition to not disclosing these benefits, Adams sometimes created fake paper trails to try to cover up the travel benefits he solicited and received. Let me give you one example. Adams wrote emails to his staff suggesting he paid for his 2017 business class flights on the Turkish airline when, as we allege, he did not. Those flights were worth a lot of money. Just one ticket alone cost more than $10,000. But months after taking the flights, Adams wrote an email to a staff member and told the staff member that he had left cash in her desk drawer and that she should send the money to the Turkish airline to pay for a trip he had already taken. As the indictment makes clear, that's just a clumsy cover-up.
No doubt.
Now, just because Adams received benefits for free, that doesn't mean that there weren't strings attached. As we allege, a particular Turkish government official behind many of the benefits Adams sought and accepted gave Adams all these things to gain influence over him. We allege that Adams knew that and took the benefits anyway. We allege that when the Turkish government official needed him, Adams also took corrupt official action in exchange for some of the luxury travel benefits. In 2021, the Turkish government official was trying to open a brand new high-rise building in Manhattan that would house Turkey's consulate. There was significant time pressure because the Turkish official desperately needed the building to be open in time for a visit from Turkey's president. This building was important to the Turkish official, and it was important to Turkey. But the FDNY's fire safety professionals wouldn't let the building open because the building hadn't passed an inspection. And not just that, some of the people at the FDNY thought the building had so many issues and defects that the building was not safe to occupy. So the Turkish official sent word to Adams that it was, quote, his turn, unquote, to support Turkey. And as we allege, Adams delivered and pressured the fire department to let the building open. The FDNY professionals were convinced that they would lose their jobs if they didn't back down. And so they did. They got out of the way and let the building open. The Turkish official got what he wanted. And as we explained in the indictment, just 4 days after Adams held up his end of the bargain, he went right back to soliciting more travel benefits from the Turkish airline. Now, I want to make 3 things crystal clear. First, the conduct alleged in the indictment, the foreign money, the corporate money, the bribery, the years of concealment, is a grave breach of the public's trust. Public office is a privilege. We allege that Mayor Adams abused that privilege and broke the law. Laws that are designed to ensure that officials like him serve the people, not the highest bidder, not a foreign bidder, and certainly not a foreign power. These are bright red lines, and we allege that the mayor crossed them again and again for years. That is the only reason we are here today. Second, this investigation continues. We continue to dig, and we will hold more people accountable. And I encourage anyone with information to come forward and to do so before it is too late. And third, the Southern District of New York remains committed to rooting out corruption without fear or favor and without regard to partisan politics. We are not focused on the right or the left. We are focused only on right and wrong. That is our duty, and we will fulfill it. Now, today's charges are the product of a tremendous partnership. I want to thank our partners at FBI and the New York City Department of Investigation who have been with us every step of the way. And finally, I want to commend the outstanding career prosecutors from SDNY who are handling this case. Celia Cohen, Andrew Rohrbach, Hagen Scotton, and Derek Wickstrom, and the chiefs of the Public Corruption Unit, Laura Pomerantz and Robert Sobelman. It's now my pleasure to turn the podium over to FBI Assistant Director in Charge, James Dennehy.
Damn, y'all.
Good morning,
It's a
and
wrap.
Thank you for being here today. The indictment of a sitting mayor is not just another headline. It is a stinging reminder that no one is above the law or beyond reproach. And it serves as a sobering moment for all of us who place our trust in elected officials. Today's indictment sends a powerful message to every elected official in this country. Public service is a profound responsibility and should be a noble calling. When that's perverted by greed and dishonesty, it robs us of our trust. It's a pact between leaders and their communities, built on the pillars of trust, accountability, and transparency. When that pact is broken, the consequences ripple far beyond one office or one election cycle. We know not all leaders are corrupt. We know there are countless public servants who wake up every day with the intention of doing right by their constituents. But we cannot ignore the shadow cast by moments like this. When trust is eroded, it takes years, sometimes decades, to rebuild. The weight of today's actions falls not just on the indicted official, but on every other public official who must now work harder to earn the public's confidence in them. It's important to remember accountability isn't just about punishing those with alleged wrongdoings. It's about lifting the communities they've let down. It's about rebuilding, restoring, and reimagining what public servants can and should do. It's up to us to demand more from our leaders, to hold them to the highest standards, and to remind them that the power of public office should never be abused. While some may be disappointed today, let me encourage you not to be defeated. The strength of our communities, our faith in one another, and our collective resilience are far greater than the alleged failings of any one individual. In closing, I'd like to thank the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damen Williams, and his office, Commissioner Jocelyn Strauber, and the New York City Department of Investigation and her team, as well as my team, the Public Corruption Squad here at FBI New York. Thank you.
Questiones? Questions?
I'd like to welcome up Commissioner Jocelyn Strauber from the New York City Department of Investigation.
Never mind. This is crazy, y'all.
Thank you, Damian. Good morning. Today, for the first time in New York City's modern history, we announced criminal charges against the sitting mayor of New York City. As our highest elected official, the mayor should set the standard for all of city government and exemplify the integrity, transparency, and dedication to serving the public that all New Yorkers deserve. Instead, the indictment unsealed today alleges that Mayor Adams abused his power and position for nearly a decade as Brooklyn Borough President and as mayor to enrich himself and his mayoral campaigns. As charged, he sought and received illegal campaign contributions, luxury travel, and other personal benefits from foreign nationals, as well as individuals and businesses. He allegedly took steps to conceal those illegal contributions and personal benefits and involved city employees and campaign staff in that concealment. As the indictment explains, this kind of corruption has real costs to the city and to the public. As alleged, the mayor's 2021 campaign falsely certified compliance with campaign finance laws in order to conceal those illegal campaign contributions, and as a result of those false certifications, received over $10 million in public matching funds. The mayor's alleged acceptance and concealment of illegal contributions and personal benefits gave overseas benefactors, wealthy individuals, and businesses undue influence over the mayor, influence that federal and local laws seek to prevent. And as charged, in exchange for certain personal benefits, the mayor pressured the New York City Fire Department to forego a required fire safety inspection before the opening of the new Turkish consulate building. As the city's Inspector General, the Department of Investigation, a city agency, conducts its investigations confidentially and wholly independent of City Hall. We handled this investigation as we would any other, following the facts and seeking to hold wrongdoers accountable, no matter their role or title. Our unique access to city records and expertise in matters of city government make us a critical partner in the fight to root out corruption, working closely with our law enforcement colleagues at the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office. If you have information about this case or about illegal conduct by any New York City official or employee, I encourage you to contact DOI by email at tipline@doi.nyc.gov or by phone at 212-825-2828. I want to thank the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York and the FBI for their partnership on this investigation. And I want to recognize and thank the dedicated, hardworking DOI investigators who are handling this matter. Senior Inspector General Eleanor Rivkin, Inspector General Audrey Feldman, Deputy Inspectors General Arturo Sanchez and Trenton Sweeney, and their supervisors, Deputy Commissioners Christopher Ryan and Dominic Sorella. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Can you just say, Mr.
No questions?
Said that he's not going to resign. He said that this is a witch hunt because.
Nope. No question.
Right,
oh, come on.
Questions. As you can see, wrapping up the press conference from the U.S. Attorney, the Southern District, Damian Williams, who led off that press conference and basically laid out the entire plan that's in the indictment here. Effectively, to say the least.
Hear what they got to
Marsha
say.
Kramer, Mary, just to kind of break down. We've been reading through this indictment, these charges
what a wild ride.
Damian Williams calling this a coordinated effort to curry favor with a rising politician. That rising politician being Mayor Adams, and this.
I'll recap in a little bit
from the Turkish government,
saying he abused his power in his position to enrich himself, and then took steps to conceal his actions.
Yep.
What are you seeing here, Marsha?
Well, I think that this is a really thorough investigation that goes back almost 10 years, and it shows a pattern developed over 10 years of trying to take trips, but also to curry favor with foreign governments. One of the things that I thought was sort of astonishing to me was there was a businessman, a Turkish businessman, who gave a $50,000 contribution, which, by the way, is illegal, it's over the limit, to his 2021 mayoral campaign because he believed, according to the indictment, that he was going to be a candidate for president, and he wanted to get in early on his good side. So it wasn't just campaign contributions having to do with his present job, but believing that he was on the fast path to higher office.
And that kind of goes to the bigger thing here. You're talking about campaign finance, conspiracy, bribery charges, concealment charges. You can't take foreign monies to begin with, whether it's 5,000 or 50,000. You can't even take corporate dollars when you're running for New York City mayor. So, talk about circumventing the system.
Well, circumventing the campaign finance laws, because by saying these were legitimate campaign contributions, he got matching funds, either $6 or $8 per every $1. So he got tens of thousands of dollars of benefits of your tax dollars going to his campaign that he should never have
to the tune of about $12 million, according to the indictment.
Well, all told,
12 mil.
that he
Oh my God.
$100,000 in benefits.
Yeah,
And much of the
Wow.
focus has been on this foreign travel. We even saw a board at the U.S. Attorney's Office describing each of the expenses, business trips, first-class trips, even a suite at the St. Regis. What do you make of that? I mean, we're talking about this foreign travel, and the U.S. Attorney saying that he did not disclose these gifts, that he kept the public in the dark, and saying that these started in 2016.
Well, you see, if you read the indictment, it says that at the beginning, the mayor would report them on his campaign finance disclosure forms, and then there reached a point where he stopped disclosing them. And I think that's the thing they're looking at. The trips that they listed here were ones he did not disclose, so that he didn't want people to know about it. Now, on the other side of the coin, you're going to have the mayor try to argue that he had a situation where he didn't ask for these upgrades. They just gave it to him because, oh my God, there's a business class seat that's open. We'll put you in it. And I think you may see that that's the argument that they make when the lawyers try to make his case, the one he's promising to make.
And we hear so much about this, the non-disclosure of gifts like this, whether it's a Supreme Court justice or whether it's Bob Menendez. It all seems, some are caught, some pay the price for it. Bob Menendez, Supreme Court justice, do not. So you look at this, and if these are the charges, it goes back to listening to Mayor Adams do his preemptive press conference before the Southern District. You know what? This is what they say. This is what I say. I'm going to fight this.
Well, look, he says they're stories. He says he follows the campaign finance laws. I have to tell you, I have actually traveled with public officials where they've gotten on a plane with a economy ticket. I also had an economy ticket, but there was a business class upgrade or a first class upgrade, a seat that was empty. So often stewardesses will say, I was with Governor Cuomo, the first Governor Cuomo, I'm so old. The first Governor Cuomo, come sit in business class, come sit in first class. It's something that they do, but it's not something that person asks for.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it is a benefit.
All right. The question now is going to be, what happens next? The mayor says he will not step down. It really falls on Governor Hochul to make a decision here.
Well, you see, there's two things that have to happen. Number one, first of all, there's going to be a crescendo of people asking him to resign. And I thought that it was sort of interesting because at one point in his life, he described himself as the Biden of Brooklyn. And as you know, President Biden didn't want to step aside in the presidential campaign, and the crescendo of demands finally got him to do it. So the question is, will the crescendo get him to do it? It didn't seem like that today. And so you're right, it does go to Governor Hochul, but the question is, will she remove him from office? I tried last night to find that out, and they dodged the question.
So we have to wait to hear from people like Hakeem Jeffries, even Chuck Schumer, some of the influential power players in New York politics to see whether are they going to stand in line, let him fight this out, or...
I think that they're going to have to digest this entire indictment and decide, what they want to do.
Okay.
And
let me just say this, okay? Before we go into all of this stuff, okay? What I gotta say is in a soundbite. That was his career, his mayoral career, and his term coming to an abrupt end. Let's keep it real, okay? He needs to resign because the information that they have, first off, these are federal charges. I'm not sitting here saying that the feds have everything on point, But you know for a fact that doing everything they can to make sure that their T's are crossed and their I's are dotted before they go after someone as big as the mayor, someone as big as Diddy even as well. The other question I have is, did Diddy snitch? Did he say something? Did they get something from Diddy to you know what I mean, that inspired this investigation even more? Because like I said, around November 2023 is when they started their investigation into the mayor and his monies and how these things are moving around. So part of me keeps wondering, you know, did they start looking into the mayor because of his affiliation with, you know, his connections with Diddy? I am quite curious about that because, like I said, it just doesn't seem, the math for me is mathing when it comes to that. He's locked up. Now you got these indictments on the mayor. Now they're going to be asking for him. I'm sure everybody in one full loud chorus is going to be screaming in unison at the mayor to resign right now because of the stuff, because of the information that they have. It's very damning, y'all. This man took monies, lots and lots of money, and then tried to cover it up over the course of years. And they say this stuff goes back as far back as, well, I heard 2017. They're saying that it could have been back as far as, from what we heard from the CBS reporters here, they're saying it could have been as far back as 2016. But I mean, this guy was apparently documenting certain things at that time in 2016. Then near 2017, 2018, that's when he just started getting a little bit lackadaisical with his reports of the monies and documenting the monies that he was receiving. Now, the other thing too that they talked about as far as like upgrades in the plane flights and all that stuff, you know, you have an economy flight, you know, you're just flying with us regular people, and then you got your first class business flights, business seats. You know, that part I'm like, man, okay, sure, he's been upgraded a couple times just by a random situation, like a stewardess saying, hey, you know, Mayor Adams, I know who you are. You know, this seat is open and it's in the business class. You just want to take that upgrade? And it's like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. You can't tell me that happened every single time. You can't tell me that happened every single time. Okay? You're telling me every time he took a flight out to China and all that stuff, Turkey, every time he just happened to randomly get some sort of hookup? Oh, you're the mayor. Come on up. Right? Or flight attendant charm. Sorry. But, you know, going up to them, a flight attendant going up to Mayor Adams and saying, hey, can you come up? Can you come up? You want to take this upgrade? Just very interesting to me. Okay? Very, very interesting to me. You can't say that for every single time. And you can't say that for years and years and years and years, okay, of flying and traveling, okay? Then there's also the money that he was taking for constructions of buildings, so on and so forth. Like I said, that's some interesting stuff, okay? Very, very interesting stuff. But let me play a little bit more of this, guys, because I want to share this with you guys. All right. I'll be back in a flash.
Chris and Mary, what a hectic morning it has been. You can see we are now soaked. We have been here in the rain as all of this has been happening. I just want to set the scene here now. It has certainly quieted down since the last 30 minutes or so when we saw those dueling protesters. So let's just bring it back to 4 o'clock this morning. When we first got here, we saw multiple SUVs going in and out of Gracie Mansion, the mayor's residence, people in their cars, some of them even wearing masks to hide their faces, tinted windows. We knew something was about to happen. We learned early this morning that the FBI was here. We saw a handful of people going into the mayor's residence in suits. The mayor's attorney, actually, Alex Spiro, confirmed that, saying in a statement, federal agents appeared this morning at Gracie Mansion in an effort to create a spectacle again and take Mayor Adams' phone again. He has not been arrested and looks forward to his day in court. That's what he said earlier, of course, adding that they sent a dozen agents to pick up a phone when he says we would have happily turned it in. So again, all of that attributed back to Mayor Adams' attorney. Now, the scene, as I mentioned, mostly cleared out, but just a short while ago, as Mayor Adams was here speaking, protesters showed up, dueling megaphones out here, going back and forth. We saw Black Lives Matter was here saying that the mayor was a disgrace to all Black people in the city. They said that he has mismanaged the city, but as well, we heard other people shouting out to the mayor, we love you and we support you and carry on. So again, both sides represented here as well this morning. Faith leaders arrived to support Mayor Adams, and we have some sound bites from a couple of them, as well as some residents that arrived here from the community. Here's what they all had to say.
It's one more battle we have to fight. That's right. There's one more battle we have to fight. And we're not about to quit. We're not about to give up. That's right. We'll be there. We'll be there to the end.
We live in a society where if we do something, there is a due process for all of us. There's a process that starts, it has a middle, and it has an end. And none of us has the right to preempt that process.
I am asking all New Yorkers to hear his side, to let him have a day in court. Let him have his day in court. Amen. And then we can make our decisions. Amen. But we are not here today to criticize.
Show my disgust, and I'm very concerned about the city of New York right now, based on the fact that we really don't have anyone in power or control or any experts.
It's despicable to see Mayor Eric Adams stand in front of Gracie Mansion with a smile on his face and saying he's being targeted because he is Black. He is being targeted because the Federal Bureau of Investigations believes that he is a criminal.
You heard what she said, right? See, this is the thing that really frustrates me, because I don't like seeing our brothers going down like this. I don't like seeing the fact that Diddy is going down, but if he's a monster, he's a monster, right? I don't like seeing these people who are have been elected not doing good, getting caught for doing illegal activities. Okay, so it's not a race thing, and that's what frustrates me about this situation. That it's so quick to sit there and go, "Oh, they're taking the Black man down." It's like, no, this is not. No. Money is green, so it's not maybe it's the color of green. We could talk about that, but this is not a black or white thing. This is not the fact that he is Black. No, it's called he's doing illegal activities, and greed is bad. Don't listen to Richard Greco, okay, from Wall Street. Do not listen to that man. Greed is not good. Greed is bad, and he got caught, period. But of course, there are going to be people that are going to pull out the race card and throw it on the table and go, see, that's the reason why. It's because he's Black. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all. He got caught. And he took allegedly hundreds of thousands of dollars from other people, from other countries, from officials from those countries, and so on. Thousands of dollars. Let me, we're not going to dive too deep into the indictment or, like the paperwork, because we heard a good portion of it from this press conference. But again, listen, guys, this is the moment where, you know what? In fact, this has nothing to do about race. Has nothing to do about race. And it's nice to see someone else say that out loud too. That it's like, yo, you got caught, homie. That's it. And if you happen to like flying out there, it's either for, I don't know what he was doing out there in Turkey. You know what I mean? I don't know if he was out there for business or for pleasure. Maybe he was out there talking about the, Turkish policies, or he was out there for the Turkish delight. I don't know. But I do know that he was taking monies, and what they're claiming is that he was taking monies, a lot of it, and then trying to hide it. trying to cover it up. Okay? That he was literally going and taking the money, doing whatever he needed to do with it, and then he would go and try to pay it out in cash, trying to cover up those things. And the other thing is, too, is like, where's the feds looking into Tiffany Henyard? Real talk. Where are the feds looking into Tiffany Henyard? Because they need to be looking into that mother lover as well. That's another corrupt mayor. What's taking them so damn long? Feds, look into Tiffany Henyard, please and thank you. But they're saying that he was taking donations, foreign donations from certain entities and from companies as well. Okay, over $100,000 in travel, free international business class flights and ranging from business class flights and then some, luxurious hotel rooms that he was staying in and all that stuff. The man was too busy enjoying the lavish lifestyle of the rubber stamped name title of mayor that he thought he was a freaking rock star and took advantage of it. And the thing is it's a damn shame, because I'm sure he's not the only mayor, and Tiffany Henyard, I'm sure that those two are not the only mayors or politicians that have taken money from other foreign companies or foreign officials, foreign countries, for their own financial or for their own financial or what's the word? Leisurely gain, I guess. I don't know. Because, like, why would he need to go to China? What would the mayor of New York have anything to do with flying to China? To me, I'm thinking he's out there to just have a good old time. That's it. Let's go to China. We ain't never been to China. Let's just go over there and check out China. Should be fun. China should be a great time. Not, oh, I need to go over there and see what's going on so that I can get down to the bottom of it, because, you know, the people of New York need that answer. No. He's the mayor of New York. What does he have anything to do with flying out to China? What does he have anything to do with flying out to Turkey? Why is he getting money from Turkey? You see what I'm saying? There's things that just don't make no damn sense to me. And I'm telling you right now, I'm sure he's not the only one who has taken money from foreign officials and from other countries like this, so that they can continue, you know, keeping up with the Joneses type of appearances and enjoying the lap of luxury, because they are the mayor of a city. This is the same situation that we're looking at with Tiffany Henyard. Only difference with Tiffany Henyard is that she's just straight up taking the money from the people. You know for a fact Turkey ain't flying over there going, okay, we really want to talk to you about your little ash town. No, she's just taking money straight from the tax, from her own people's tax, hard-earned taxpayer money, and then using that to go and enjoy her lavish lifestyle. First-class tickets to Vegas and whatnot. Surf and turf, top-end dinners at 5-star restaurants and stuff like that. Her stuff is coming too, but I doubt she's getting things from China. I doubt it. Okay? But at the end of the day, I mean, you're looking at this and we're hearing millions of dollars for Mayor Eric Adams. This is what they're saying. And I will say this too, which, by the way, we got the indictment here too, which, by the way, I mean, let's keep it real. If he tries to sit here and say, I ain't going down, like, really? You really need to step down. You need to step down, homie. All right? Shut the hell up. You need to sit down. Who takes over? God only knows. But I'm telling you right now, lots and lots of money he took, and then he tried to cover that bad boy up. See what I did there? Anyway, let's get into this. Okay? This is just some of the breakdown. So I'm going to blow this up so you guys can see this, okay? And make it a little bit bigger. Well, that doesn't help. Okay. So it says here, this is as far back as 2016, guys. Okay? Yeah, TP, that was the whole point of saying China, just like that. Okay? Because, yeah, Trump says it funny. China, like Melania. He says Melania funny. But anyway, moving on. That's just how he says it. Okay? 2016, destination India through Turkey. Okay? Free upgrade to business class for 2 on round trip from New York to India. $12,000. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of people out here that want to go out and hang out and see other places of the world. I mean, you know, I got a family, family friends that I grew up with, and you know, they go to a different country every summer. Every summer they'll be like, oh, we're in Egypt, or we're in such and such. We're going to Australia, because they got that kind of money, and so they can fly around and do that stuff, right? So and also I'll say this: they're not getting money from Turkey and not China. They're not getting it from anybody. It's just their hard-earned money. But they're flying around and they go in different places because they want to see the world, you know, and it's part of their bucket list. They just got that bucket list. They just check it off, so on and so forth, right? Nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, when it's being funded by other countries and it's not coming from his own pocket, and then on top of that, he's trying to cover it up and hide who's actually giving him the money and access to these flights, that's a bad thing. Or these hotel rooms and all that. That's no bueno. That shows corruption. Shoot, wouldn't this be considered treason too? I don't know. But look at this value, $12,000. $12,000. 2017, France, Turkey, and China. So free business class tickets for 3 on round trip from New York to France, Turkey, and China. What the hell? Heavily discounted stay in a Bentley suite of St. Regis, Istanbul. $41,000. So just these two alone, I mean, shoot, man. You're getting close to $100,000 just on that. Just on those two travels alone. Crazy, right? You're over halfway through. Okay. $16,000 for this one in 2017. China through Turkey. Free business class tickets for 2 on round trip from New York to China. $16,000. 2018, Hungary, $12,000 for a business class, free upgrade to business class for 2. Now he could easily look how many of these free upgrade to business class flights that he's got. Look, free upgrade, free business class tickets, free business class ticket, free upgrade to, free upgrade to, free upgrade to. They're all free upgrades. You really think that he didn't? You really think that they just walked into every single plane and they all said, I know exactly who you are, Mayor Adams. We're going to give you a free upgrade. Every flight he took, especially these elaborate, lavish trips that he would take, you really think, come on now. Now, I'm just going to breeze through these pretty quick, okay? But France, Turkey, $41,000, $16,000 to go to China in 2017. 2018, to go to Hungary, $12,000. 2019, Turkey, again, $9,000. Turkey again, okay, solicited and accepted, but then canceled. In 2021, okay, a New York trip, round trip, New York to Turkey, okay, $21,000. 2021 again, Ghana via Turkey, okay, through Turkey. $12,000. Okay, and that's just, I'm sure, just the tip of the iceberg of some of the things that they're looking at, right? Hold on, there's more here I want to pull up here. There was something about okay. In 2017, actually, let me pull this up. Let's see what. Okay. So in 2021, Eric Adams, the defendant, agreed to pressure a New York City agency to help the Turkish consulate secure a temporary certificate of occupancy, a TCO, for a building it owned and operated. As Brooklyn Borough President, Adams had authority under the New York City Charter to affect the administration of city services within his borough, such as those provided by the FDNY, the Fire Department of New York, okay, and other city agencies, including through holding public hearings, introducing legislation before the city council, overseeing the coordination of a bureau-wide public service complaint program, and consulting with the mayor of the city of New York on the executive capital budget and other budget recommendations. In addition to, or in the course of the performance of these duties as Brooklyn Borough President, Adams met with members of the FDNY from time to time. In 2017, construction began on a 36-story building located at 821 United Nations Plaza, New York. And it referred to as the Turkish House, or Turkiv Center, the Turkish House. Okay, the Turkish House was designed to serve as, and now serves as, the headquarters of multiple Turkish diplomatic missions, including the Turkish consulate. The cost of this Turkish house was significant and was a topic of political debate in Turkey. Here's the building. And I mean, if you know that area, you've seen it. The Turkish consulate planned to open the Turkish house on September 20th, 2021, so that Turkey's president could formally open the building during his visit for that year's opening of the United Nations General Assembly, ensuring the Turkish house opened on schedule as a priority for the Turkish official, who was at the time Turkey's consul general in New York. As of August 2021, construction on the Turkish house was complete, but the DOB had not yet issued TCO for the building. Without a TCO, the Turkish house could not open during the Turkish president's impending visit. The DOB had not issued a TCO because the FDNY, a lot of acronyms here, had not yet conducted an inspection and issued what the FDNY refers to as a letter of defect, which was a prerequisite to the issuance of a TCO for the Turkish house. Issuing a letter of defect is a regular FDNY procedure, which in substance identifies remaining defects in a building's fire safety systems, but also serves to signal that the defects are sufficiently limited that the building can be safely occupied. From on or about August 31st, 2021, through on or about September 9th, 2021, various NYC officials and employees, among others, sought to help the Turkish official obtain a TCO for the Turkish house by lobbying the chief of the FDNY's Bureau of Fire Prevention, the fire prevention chief, to provide a letter of defect. The fire prevention chief refused, citing numerous reported fire safety defects, some of which were serious at the Turkish house, and the likelihood that the building would fail any FDY inspection. So, around September 5th, 2021, the Turkish official began asking Adams, both directly and through Adams' staffer, to intervene with the commissioner of the FDNY commissioner, in order to secure a TCO for the Turkish house. Adams, the Turkish official, and the Adams staffer discussed these requests through phone calls and electronic messages. In a phone call to Adams' staffer, the Turkish official stated that because Turkey had supported Adams, it was now, quote unquote, his turn to support Turkey. The Adams staffer relayed this message to Adam, and Adams responded, "I know." On the 6th of September, Adam messaged the Adams staffer that he would contact the FDNY commissioner. On the 7th, the following day, Adams messaged his staffer again that he had a scheduled call with the FDNY commissioner later that day. The very next day, Adams messaged the FDNY commissioner asking him to call Adams. Until that point, the messages between the FDNY commissioner and Adams had consisted of an August 3rd, 2021 message from the FDNY commissioner to Adams requesting to continue serving as FDNY commissioner after Adams became mayor, and stressing that he was, quote unquote, loyal and trustworthy, to which Adams sent a non-committal response and a invitation. Okay, on the 5th, he sent an invitation to a 9/11 memorial service from the FDNY commissioner to Adams, to which Adams responded that he would try to attend and wished to speak with the FDNY commissioner for, quote unquote, a half an hour about FDNY. Also on the 8th of September, Adams messaged the FDNY commissioner, stating in part, they said they needed a letter of defect from FDNY to DOB. They know they have some issues, but according to them, with the letter, the DOB will give the TCO. The FDNY commissioner responded, "We will get it tomorrow, or we will get on it tomorrow." Through Adams staffer, Adam assured the Turkish official, "Don't worry, I'm on top of this." After a contractor working for the Turkish consulate sent the FDNY a letter describing the status of the Turkish house's fire alarm system, an FDNY employee with responsibility for inspecting the system sent the fire prevention chief the following email. And it says here, "Chief, after reviewing the letter, I do not see any way we would be willing to accept it. They have some major issues like Central Station and fan shutdowns, which would be an automatic violation order. Aside from that, he gave us a list with over 60 defects, and some of them list 5 to 10 problems in each one. I don't know what FAIU is, but FAIU would not go beyond 20 defects without issuing a violation order. In my opinion, this document does not take any liability that we would be comfortable with. I believe it actually tells us this building is not safe to occupy. Feel free to reach out to discuss further. Thanks." This is what somebody else looked at, and he said, "Hey, wait a second. No. As far as this building, the Turkish house, nah, this ain't ready. this ain't ready at all. And you're telling me over 60 defects, and some of them list 5 to 10 problems in each one. On each problem, there's other problems on top of it. No, that's not good, right? On the morning of the 10th of September, Adams messaged the FDNY commissioner stating that the Turkish official had understood that the FDNY was going to inspect the Turkish house the previous day, and quote unquote, they really need someone by today if possible. If it is impossible, please let me know, and I will message their expectation. The FDNY commissioner wrote back that, quote unquote, there seems to be a difference of opinion between the inspector and the private alarm engineer responsible for the building. But the FDNY commissioner was, quote unquote, trying to iron it out. Shortly after noon on the 10th of September, 2021, Adams messaged the FDNY commissioner, quote unquote, he said the higher ups at FDNY do not give the inspection authorization to come. Do not give the inspector authorization to come. Okay, so the inspector indicated he needs authority to come today. So the FDNY commissioner responded, working on that as we speak. Approximately 2:06 p.m., Adams messaged the Adams staffer that Adams had again spoken with the FDNY commissioner. And quote unquote, he again told me he is on the phone as we speak to try and resolve this. On the same afternoon, the FDNY chief of department summoned the fire prevention chief to a meeting. The chief of department was the FDNY's commissioner's direct subordinate and the fire prevention chief's supervisor. The chief of department informed the fire prevention chief, in substance, that if the FDNY did not assist the Turkish consulate in obtaining a TCO, both the chief of department and the fire prevention chief would lose their jobs. The fire prevention chief then drafted a quote-unquote conditional letter of no objection for the Turkish house. The fire prevention chief had never before written a conditional letter of no objection, which was not standard FDNY procedure. Instead, the fire prevention chief wrote this letter, which he later described as unprecedented, to inform the DOB that FDNY did not object to issuing the TCO, provided that the private engineers affirmed that the fire system functioned properly and, quote unquote, assuming the Department of Buildings has inspected, tested, and approved the installed water-based fire suppression systems. Like, this is crazy. That's crazy. They say that they have a whole bunch of problems, right? And thank you, the Truth Dragon. Okay, New York City FAIC is the Fire Alarm Inspection Unit, or FAIU. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. But you're telling me that they were trying to hop over all these other people, cut through all the BS, cut through all the important procedures to make sure that this building is ready for people to occupy. And they were trying to hop over procedure so that they can get this thing open and ready on time, so that some sort of, so that this Turkish official can be there so that they can do this grand opening, basically, while the freaking Turkish official is there at the same damn time. What the hell? They're sitting there going, oh yeah, all those concerns about those fire safeties and all that, which we heard earlier, that there was problems on top of problems on top of problems on top of problems. Hence the reason why they were not ready to have that place be occupied by not one doggone human being. Mayor Eric Adams literally tries to hop through as many hoops and cut through all the important stuff, all that important stuff, just so he can get this thing open. Forget the safety of human beings. Forget protocol. And if the fire department of New York is sitting there going, hey, this is not safe. It's not ready yet. You need to go through what you need to go through because this whole place could literally be a fire trap for crying out loud. So they go through all this stuff, which, by the way, I'm going to repeat this again. They said this procedure, okay, that he wrote a conditional letter of no objection, which they described as unprecedented, okay, to inform the DOB that FDNY did not object to issuing the TOC, or TCO. That hey, guys, it's okay. The building's fine. All those red flags, the building's fine. Open it up. We're good to go. Forget about the fire alarm system is doing just fine. They even said this here, okay? They provided that the private engineers affirmed. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Affirmed that the fire alarm system functioned properly. And assuming the Department of Buildings, the DOB, has inspected, tested, and approved the installed water-based fire suppression systems. Everything's Gucci. Don't worry about anything. The fire alarms are fine. Everything works. Yet you saw in that email, there were problems on top of problems on top of problems on top of problems. What the hell? So, same day, in the afternoon, okay, on September 10th, the FDNY commissioner wrote Adams, letter being drafted now. Everything should be good to go Monday morning. What? 4 minutes later, he responded back, or he messaged the Turkish official from the commissioner, letter being drafted now. Everything should be good to go Monday morning. The Turkish official responded, you are great, Eric. We are so happy to hear that. Prayer emojis. You are a true friend of Turkey. He responded, yes, even more a true friend of yours. You are my brother. I am here to help. Here can't even spell here right. We got a mayor that can't even spell here right. I am here to help. At 2:30, the Turkish official confirmed, you are such a friend. Prayer emojis. A minute later, the fire prevention chief sent the conditional letter of no objection to the private alarm engineer. So in other words, the Turkish house is an absolute fire trap. Okay. Ain't that about it? Okay. Moving on, though. All right. We're going to read a little bit more of this. Okay. So after Eric Adams, the defendant pressured the FDNY to permit a TCO to be issued for the Turkish house, the Turkish official continued to fulfill his end of the bargain by providing additional luxury travel benefits to Adams. These benefits, which Adams accepted, were worth more than $14,000. So all that hard work he did, he only got $14,000 in travel expenses? No, I'm just kidding. He got a whole lot more than that, I'm sure, right? We already know that. On the 14th, 4 days after Adams caused the FDNY to acquiesce in the TCO, okay? Adams messaged the Adams staffer, directing her to secure tickets to Pakistan for a trip from November 30th to December 8th. This was 4 days after he did everything he needed to do to make sure that the Turkish house would open. Despite safety safety protocols being red flags flying up for safety protocols. He overlooked that and said, hey, wow, this dude's something else. 4 days after he said, forget human life. Yeah, it's a fire trap, but who gives a damn? Let's get it going because I need to make him happy and I need to get this money so I can go to Pakistan. The staffer relayed the request to the airline manager, stating he'll pay the economy class price. Can we upgrade later? So he already knew how to finagle this. And then, of course, the airline manager replied, of course. The Turkish, on the 21st of September, the Turkish official messaged Adams' staffer, seeking a meeting at a particular time between Adams and a Turkish deputy minister. The Turkish official wrote, this is very important. He, the deputy minister, is the person who makes all the arrangements with one phone call in Turkey. Flight, yacht tour, hotels, rental cars. The meeting did not occur because Adams was scheduled to meet with a former president of the United States at the time, requested for the meeting with the deputy minister. Who was the former president at that time? Because it could be a myriad of different former presidents. It could be Obama. But we'll see. After the airline manager and the staffer further discussed the price and timing of his tickets, this was on the 28th, he purchased 2 round-trip economy class tickets on the Turkish airline from New York to Pakistan, arriving in Lahore, hopefully I'm saying that right, and departing from Islamabad for a total price of $1,436. On November 17th, the staffer messaged Adams to confirm that he still intended to travel and that she should therefore have his tickets upgraded to business class. He responded, okay, do so. On the 18th, the staffer messaged the airline manager requesting the upgrade. The Turkish airline upgraded his tickets to business class at no cost to Adams. So on November 25th, 4 days before he was scheduled to depart for Pakistan, Adams asked that his destination be changed to Ghana. The airline manager changed his and his partner's tickets to business class flights to Ghana at no cost to Adams. Had Adams paid full price for the business class tickets, they would have cost more than $14,000 total. On the 26th of November, the Turkish official informed the staffer that, quote unquote, we will take care of the layover in Istanbul, referring to a 9-hour layover in Istanbul during Adams' just scheduled flight from New York to Ghana. The Turkish official then offered various arrangements for Adams, including an escort to meet Adams and Adams' partner at the gate of the Istanbul airport, pick up and at the airport by luxury vehicle, later specified as a BMW 7, with a driver, dinner at a high-end restaurant where Adams would meet a Turkish government official, drinks at a separate location, a boat tour of the Bosporus Strait, and return to the airport in time for Adams' business class flight from Istanbul to Ghana. Wow. So go out there, fly. There's somebody holding a sign going, hey, you know what I mean? You know, thief, I'm waiting for thief. Anyone? Thief? And Adam goes, oh, that's me. He gets into this nice ride. They drive him, take him to dinner with his partner. I'm assuming his partner. Okay. He gets out there. He eats. He gets a boat tour. Dinner, drinks at a separate location, a boat tour, and then he gets back onto a plane to fly out to Ghana. So that's what he spent for those 9 hours, for that 9-hour layover that he had. Just chilling, hanging out, getting flown out, doing his thing. All right. So Adams selected the airport escort, driver, and dinner, but declined the cruise, explaining that he has done the boat tour a few times. In touting the benefits he provided, the Turkish official messaged the staffer, "Don't let the airline manager and others confuse Adams." Interesting. We are the state. On the 30th, the staffer relayed the Turkish official's request by Adams that his excursion into Istanbul receive no media attention, including social media. Interesting. The Turkish official agreed that it would be quote unquote confidential. Accordingly, the Turkish official confirmed that during Adams' dinner at the Istanbul restaurant, the Turkish officials quote unquote team did not let anyone take any pictures. This was in stark contrast to the Ghana portion of his trip, for which Adams actively sought and obtained press coverage, and which Adams posted on his social media account. After he completed the layover, the Turkish official and the Adams staffer exchanged the following messages. And this is what was said. Turkish official said, was Eric satisfied? The staffer said, "It was great. Thank you for everything." Turkish official, 2 thumbs up emojis. It's okay if he's happy. It's okay if he's happy. Is Eric happy then? Staffer says he's very happy. He's sending you his thanks. Who is this official? Also, I want to know who is the partner that was flying with him, and can they corroborate these claims as well? Can they sit there and go, "Yeah, I was there and I saw all of it"? Was it his assistant that he was flying with? Was it some other like a little main squeeze? You know what I mean? Whatever it may be, I'm curious who was on the plane with him on these flights during and shortly after the travel to Ghana and Istanbul described in the preceding paragraphs. Eric Adams, the defendant, took additional actions for those who provided him travel benefits in exchange for those benefits. In early 2021, December, Adams announced the members of his transition committees, which were established to advise the mayor-elect and his team on policies and appointments before he took office. Initially, there were no members of the Turkish community on any of his committees. On December 8th, 2021, the staffer sent the airline manager a link to a list of Adams' transition committees and asked the airline manager, "Have you looked at this list?" The manager responded, "It would suit me well to be lead or senior advisor." 2 days later, the manager sent a message reiterating, "Lead, please." Smiley face. Otherwise, seat number 52 is empty. One second, guys. Seat number 52 is empty on the way back, meaning that if the manager was not given a position on the committee, the transition committee, it would affect Adams' travel benefits from the Turkish airline. Oh my God. Some leverage. Hey, if he wants the flight back to be comfortable, he needs to bump me up on his list. I need a pay raise. Ain't that crazy? By the way, I'll take lead. Okay? Or he's sitting in the back right next to the toilet. Have you ever flown next to the toilet? It's the worst ride of your life. Okay? So, moving on. December 17th, the staffer sent Adams a list of members of the Turkish community to add to his transition committees, with the airline manager as the top name. Adams informed the staffer that he had sent the list to the persons responsible for organizing his transition committees. Adams sent the list of a staff member, the list to a staff member, with the direction, quote unquote, add to transition. The manager was subsequently added to Adams' Infrastructure, Climate, and Sustainability Committee Transition Committee. Wow. Wow, guys. Okay? I'm going to read a little bit more, just a little bit, okay? On December 23rd, a senior Turkish government official sent the airline manager a series of text messages noting the airline manager's membership on his committee, okay? And sending applause emojis. The airline manager responded that his membership on the transition committee was in service of Turkey. Thank you, brother. He's the quote unquote, thank you, brother. We are doing our best to serve our country adequately. Your support gives us strength here. Thank you. You're always there for us, and we're trying to be worthy. Well, we could say that this is a man. We could definitely say that. Who is this? Who could this airline manager be? But it's definitely a man. It's definitely a man. Moving on, Eric Adams continued to conceal the luxury travel benefits he accepted in exchange for taking actions favorable to the Turkish official, the manager, the airline manager, and others by once again not reporting these gifts on his 2021 annual disclosure form. In total, from 2016 through 2021, Adams received the following benefits from the Turkish official, the airline manager, the promoter, and others, none of which he reported on annual disclosure forms. And this is all that we just went through. So this guy, I mean, and this is just the tip, okay? This is just the tip of the iceberg, right? We only went through maybe, I don't even know how many pages we went through. I don't know how many pages we went through. Okay? Maybe 10, 11 pages of this ish, okay? But you got to understand, this guy didn't give a damn. He didn't care about the safety of people. If these allegations are true, if this paperwork is true, he didn't care about the safety of people, of his New Yorkers. You got to remember, he's representing New York City. The Turkish House is a building. It exists. It does exist. Hold on. Trying to pull this up so you guys can see it. So you can see it in. That's insane. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I'm trying to get a good photo of it. Okay. This is as good as it's going to get. But here it is, though. It exists. The stunning addition to New York's skyline supports the Republic of Turkey's U.S. operations. Pretty crazy stuff, guys. Pretty crazy stuff. But to think that this is actually real, and that whole thing could potentially be a fire trap, could be a death trap, y'all. that this guy went out of his way to try to, this man right here, oops. This man right here did everything he could. And that's just one story, one piece. He went out of his way to try to go over procedure, standard procedure, safety protocols, okay? So that he can get this damn building open as quickly as possible in a timely way when a specific Turkish official was going to be there in New York City. He wanted the timing to be perfect. So he overlooked all safety protocols and said, forget saving people. Forget keeping people safe. If this is a death trap, then it's a death trap. Let's keep it going. Let me talk to this person. Let me talk to that person. Let me get them. Let's overstep all these people. Let's overstep all these necessary safety protocols and get this damn thing open. That's exactly what he did. And then, of course, we're now looking at one other piece, right? One other small example of him actually taking money, then using that money so that he can go on some trips. Go to Ghana. At first, it was another place, Pakistan. But then he decided to change it to Ghana. And I wonder why. But again, you got this guy doing everything he can so that he can continue making that money, continue getting what he wants. And then, of course, he gets those luxurious trips as a benefit. I'm still wondering who that other person was. He wasn't flying alone. He flew with somebody else. Now, again, it could be a friend, could be a friend, or it could very well be an assistant. But no matter what, he had somebody flying with him. And these were up to the totals of $14,000. And that's just for the trip. Let's not forget the dinners, the drinks, the boat tour that he actually ended up not taking, right? All those things, put all those things in consideration during a 9-hour layover. Add that to the $14,000 thing. This is an expensive trip that was being funded by Turkish officials. And then, of course, he did everything he could to try to cover this doggone thing up. And that's just one thing. That's just one piece. That's just one story. There's many more in here. It's 57 pages, this indictment, these documents. Like I said, just a quick reminder. He's looking at some serious charges, y'all. Bribery, wire fraud. And that's just 2 of them. If I'm correct, he's looking at 5 charges right now. Ain't that something? And what's wild is that there's a paper trail, okay? A paper trail. See, I hate when CNN needs to fix their ish, but because even this is trash, but I'm going to share it with you guys anyway. It's all the way in the bottom. It says New York City mayor, okay, indicted on 5 federal public corruption charges, including bribery and wire fraud. Okay. Wire fraud, conspiracy and soliciting campaign contributions from federal nationals. Bribery. Let me repeat that again. Bribery, wire fraud, conspiracy and soliciting campaign contributions from foreign nationals. Now, this is saying that he had illegal actions stretching all the way back to 2014. So 10 years of corruption, 10 years of breaking laws, 10 years of taking money from foreign officials, okay, from foreign nationals that he shouldn't have been taken from in the first place. This is very, very bad, guys. And like I said, this man right here has a lot of splaining to do. He has a lot. And the fact that he's sitting here saying, I'm not going to step down, this is a witch hunt, bruh, if they got the stuff like this and they got paperwork and they got text messages and all that stuff, man, you're going to have a hard time trying to shake this off. Like Taylor Swift, you're going to have a hard time shaking this off, baby. You got a lot of splaining to do. Let's get into these super chats. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Caprice, thank you so much. Sent you indictment. Oh, okay. I think I saw that, but thank you so much for sending it to me. I appreciate that. 49er, thank you so much. Good morning to you too. Thank you. Caprice again, sent you the actual indictment. Okay, thank you. But I already got it. I appreciate you sending it to me anyway. Thank you so much. Carbonize, what up? Once again, we learned that if you F around, you eventually gonna find out. Yeah, ain't that the doggone truth? Ain't that some crazy stuff? This is some crazy stuff. And I keep wondering, and I know this may have nothing to do with him, but I am kind of curious if did he like snitched a little bit? Did he like snitch a little bit? Did he just say a little bit? He just sneezed his name, you know what I mean? Eric Adams. Sorry. You know what I mean? Turkey money. You know what I mean? I'm just curious. And why Turkey, man? That's so odd. What's up with Turkey? What's up with Turkey? Okay. Hold on, let me bring this back. Okay, moving on. S-Dubs, thank you so much. What happened to the crazy mayor lady too? Yes, Tiffany Henyard. What's up with her? And why isn't there a deep dive in a federal investigation going on with her? I'm hoping that's actually happening. You hear rumors about things like that, but I don't know if that's been confirmed or not. Okay, Hollis, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Okay, and yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for gifting 5 as well. And every single last one of you guys who just got a membership, you just got some positive energy from Yes Ma'am and from Hollis. Please, by all means, I ask you guys, they're giving you some positive energy. Please pay it forward, okay? Open the door for somebody. Call your mama. Call your friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. Catch up. Just do whatever you can to promote positivity as best as you bloody can. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Kristen Wright. Thank you so much for being a member for the past 5 months. Love my family. Yes, Kristen, we love you too. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, Grace, thank you so much for being a member for the past 15 months, over a year. Damn. Okay, he's just a mayor. There's higher, more important people above him. He was a middleman. The dominoes have started to fall. If that is true, I'm wondering who the people are above or below or on the side of him. I'm wondering big time, because if there are some other people that are higher ups and whatnot that are involved in this, yes, he eventually is going to start squawking. Watch. Oh, and we will hear from him stepping down. He's going to resign. There's no reason for him to stick around. There's way too many. The people of New York are going to be reading this indictment and are going to be up in arms. And they're going to be sitting there in unison, screaming at him to resign. Yes, there's going to be supporters out there, of course, that are all going to sit there and say the same doggone thing. This is a witch hunt. This is wrong. You know, I'm freaking walking here. There's going to be a lot of those too. But at the same time, this man better step down. This is not good. This is putting a shame on the city too. The city that I love so much too. That's my city. I love New York. Jazz, thank you so much. Mayor Adams is the one who gave P. Diddy the key to the city. Interesting, right? Yeah, I agree. Isn't that interesting? In fact, yeah, we got to play it. We got to take a little trip down memory lane real quick. because yeah, let's take a look.
Of entertainment is getting the key to the city from the bad boy of politics. Give your hand together to Sean P. Diddy Combs, our brother. Giving it up for him. Show him some love.
Wah, wah. Getting the key of the city and then it getting taken back from him weeks later. Yeah. Yeah. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. That really did happen. And the thing is that in a weird, well, not in an unfortunate way, Eric Adams, mayor, I guess current acting mayor Eric Adams, is probably feeling like, damn, I was standing right next to him. I gave him the key of the city. There's a possibility he's just guilty by association. And that's a possibility. You still have to put that out there. But then there is also, I mean, he's corrupt too. So two corrupt people hanging out, chilling. You really think that Diddy didn't know, or that Eric Adams didn't know? I'm just saying, it just seems a bit, definitely makes me feel some type of way. But let's get on. We got some more super chats. Nicole B, thank you so much. They allowed Diddler and him to do this for decades, uninterrupted till now. Something is amiss at a very high level. Very good point. Yeah, something's going on. Something's definitely amiss. Okay? Corruption is afoot, as one would. No one says it like that. Just mystery novels. But still, something's up for sure. Jess and Jess, thank you so much. From Jess and Jess, keep doing your thing. Thank you so much for the love. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jess and Jess, wow, again. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Yeah. Like I said, all I ask is for you guys to pay it forward. And also, welcome to the family, Jess and Jess. Man, bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Like a waterfall. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tyler, woo, thank you so much for being a member for the past 19 months. Okay? It's very clear over the past few weeks that actions clearly have consequences. Don't they, though? Don't they, though? Tyler, you know what I mean? Now I feel like we're watching one of those after school specials. You know what I mean? Right? That's why you don't steal. Right, Chuck? You know what I'm saying? He's like, that's right, kids. Don't steal or you'll get caught. You know what I mean? Feels a little bit of like an afternoon special or after school special, right? But this is very interesting. The corruption is starting to show. And more, I think, are going to go down. This has been hasn't it been one hell of a year? Can I just say really quick, hasn't it been one hell of a year? It has been one hell of a year, y'all. This has been one for the books. Whoever does like a year in review is literally just going to be like, I can't even say to you everything. Like, I just got to just watch somebody's YouTube channel for the past year. Okay. Cause I can't do a recap on all this. The damn thing is going to be 15 hours long because of all the corruption, all the craziness that's been going on. And I guarantee you in the next day or two, Eric Adams is going to step down. He's going to make a statement going, well, I had to step down because this is a witch hunt, but I will continue fighting. I will continue soldiering on to protect my name. No, he's full of ish, yo. This guy's a liar. He did this. It's already caught. He been caught, though. Okay? Cicada, thank you so much for being a member for the past month. I appreciate it. Pascal's realness is like a 4-leaf clover. Oh, hard to find. Lucky to have. That was very kind. Thank you. Thank you. That meant a lot to me. That warmed my heart. I wish I had a aw sound effect. I need to find that very, very soon. But still, thank you. Thank you. Jen, thank you so much for being a member for the past 19 months. Damn. Thank you so much for all the support. You guys are incredible. Down goes the elite. Yeah. Yeah. Like Cat Williams said. Yeah. Don't worry. I got so much work to do. Okay. Okay. I got work to do. I got so much work to do. I got some things coming to you guys. Trust and believe it's coming to you very soon. But like I said, there's always something breaking. There's always something going on. And I'm, of course, wanting to give you guys the hotness, okay? The hot information, the hot news, okay? And, of course, this was big. Woke up this morning and it was like, what in the hell is going on here? What the hell? Huh? But the hits just keep on coming, ladies and germs. The hits just keep on coming. And I'm telling you right now, give it a couple days. I'm saying from this moment till I say the top of, I say Monday. That's just my prediction. I could be wrong. He could be hard-headed and just basically saying like, I ain't going down. Okay? I ain't going down. You're trying to take my job away from me. I ain't going down. Well, he might be talking to some people. Remember what Biden did. We heard that from a reporter, right? They said Biden is going to be just like that, right? Or he's going to be just like Biden, where he's like, nah, I'm fine. I'm fit. Bird. Watch. They're going to be like, no, Biden, sit down. Don't chase the bird. Sit down. We need to talk. Okay? You're not fit. And this is what's going to happen here. He's going to sit at home and he's going to violently gesticulate and he's going to sit there and be angry, drinking his expensive scotch, Turkish scotch, and be angry, probably screaming in Turkish. Okay? I don't know Turkish. I'm sure it's a beautiful language, but still, he's going to be doing that. And then what's going to happen? I don't know why I said shabba-doo-doo-ba-doo, because that's not what it sounds like. But I'm sure he's going to be screaming in Turkish, some new words that he's learned for the past 10 years. I'm sure he's fluent at this point, dag nabbit. Okay? And somebody's going to walk in and go, sir, you need to step down. This is not good. And then he finally will say, I will step down. But before we wrap up the show in its entirety, we need to hear from his own doggone mouth what he said earlier before this press conference when the feds raided Gracie Mansion. Let's take a look at this.
Fellow New Yorkers, it is now my belief that the federal government intends to charge me with crimes. If so, these charges will be entirely false, based on lies. But they would not be surprising. I always knew that if I stood my ground for all of you, that I would be a target. And a target I became.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I got to interact. We did talk about this. I did read this to you guys earlier, but I did find the video. Obviously, you're seeing it right here. But I'm going to be real with y'all. I really freaking hate so much with a purple passion when politicians try to do the king or queen of spin. They try to spin it in a way like, look, I've been fighting for you. And as soon as I started fighting for you, that's when they come after me. And I'm not going down. I'm not stepping down. This is the same BS that we've heard from many other politicians. And what happens? The people that are on his side go, yeah, Adams, you fight for us. You say the truth, right? Don't let them take you down, right? When in actuality, they have documents. They have hard proof here. They have conversations that he had between not only staffers, but also Turkish officials that he had between them. He was doing many, many crimes. He was breaking many, many laws whilst getting bags from Turkey. Come on, miss me with the nonsense for you to sit there and go, no. As soon as I start speaking the truth, that's when they try to snuff me out. Shut up. Stop it. Stop it with the mess. Quit lying. Quit it. And quit trying to spin it into something like you're doing it for the New York City, for the New Yorkers. You're not. You telling me you flew everybody in New York to Turkey? You flew everybody in New York to Ghana? You flew everybody to France? Oh, and let's not forget, not economy, but first class. Did you do that? You flew every New Yorker with you. All those things that you're doing for your city, were you really putting it down for your city or for your doggone self? So miss me with the nonsense. When there's documents, when there's information out here showing us proof positive that you are breaking the damn laws in 4K, in real life, and other people can corroborate the same doggone thing. Stop it. But let him talk his talk. Okay, I'm sorry, he was cooking, right? No, he wasn't. But he may be thinking he's cooking, okay? Nice watch. Let's continue, though.
Months, leaks, and rumors have been aimed at me in an attempt to undermine my credibility and paint me as guilty. Just this past week, they searched the home of our new police commissioner, looking for documents from 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1 week after he joined my administration.
And that's a problem because were already hot on your trail. And there probably are other people under your payroll that are just as corrupt, if not more corrupt than you. Like one of our super chats just said, he is just the tip. There's a whole lot of other people that could be going down with Mayor Eric Adams, period. But let's continue. And I'm telling you right now, this is on both sides of the spectrum, both sides of the political aisle. There are Republican, dirty Republican officials out there, political officials, and there are Democrat, dirty Democrat officials out here. It's on both sides, y'all. It's on both. And yeah, he says he's Democrat, but there's a lot of people who believe he's Republican too, because of how he moves out here in these streets as well. So but like I said, I'm not trying to sit here and go, oh yeah, blue is bad. And I'm not sitting here saying red is bad. I'm not saying that at all. So don't get angry. Don't get angry. I'm just speaking facts. Corruption wears many faces as well. Greed wears many faces too. It doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. Doesn't matter if you're wearing a red hat or a blue hat. Greed can take them all over. And we're just seeing one of them going down right now. There could be more. And it could be on the red. You never know. Just give it time. But this man should step down. But he was cooking, right? He was cooking. Let him cook.
Enough. I will fight these injustices with every ounce of my strength and my spirit.
Okay. So you saw that. Okay. Yeah, Debbie L. I agree. He's just mad that he got caught. That's it. He got caught. He got caught red-handed. Okay? He's literally going, blast, curses right now at home. Okay? Like he's the Claw, Dr. Claw. Okay? Inspector Gadget, anybody? But still, this man right here has a lot to explain. And he needs to take accountability for the things that he's done. The feds would not go out of their way to just fabricate a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I know that there's other sides of the spectrum, other sides of the world that are going to sit there and look at this and go, oh, no. Yeah, the feds are just trying to take him down. I don't believe all that. Why would they try to take him down when there's plenty of other people much bigger than the mayor of New York that they could take down? I'm just saying. Let's not forget, too, Trump was just being looked at pretty hard as well. Remember the 30-something charges that he was found guilty on and all that stuff a few months back? That actually happened. That actually happened. And I know there's some people out there that will sit there and go, oh, that was a witch hunt. That was absolutely a witch hunt. Okay, that's fine. That's on you. Whatever you want to think, that's on you. But now we're looking at this. This ain't a witch hunt. They did their due diligence. They looked into the whole situation. They did their investigation. Months. This is like 9-10 months of investigation. Come on, y'all. If you're greedy and you're hiding monies and you're trying to push deadlines for buildings, overlooking the one of the most important things, which is the safety of your New Yorkers inside of that particular building, that is a big problem. That is a very, very big problem. And like I said, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what's being said in that document. But again, he took a lot of money and then he tried to use that for his own, at his own leisure, for his own pleasure, rather than being concerned about what his job is, which is taking care of his city. That also includes making sure that buildings stay safe and that they do everything by the book. Because if something bad does happen inside that building, they can save lives. But the fact that he was overlooking things and just trying to speed things along, expedite things quickly, now you got a building that's potentially a death trap. And like I said, that's just the tip. Pretty wild stuff. Pretty wild stuff indeed. But Andrea, thank you. Whoa, thank you. Thank you so much for wow, thank you so much. Thank you for all you do. Thanks to you too. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. But yeah, I mean, as the world turns and as the information starts to come out, we will be talking about it. Trust and believe. Because if there's corruption anywhere and it gets exposed, we talk about it. It doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum it is on. It doesn't matter what race you are. If you corrupt, you corrupt. That's it. If you've done some bad things, you've done some bad things, and you need to be held accountable for those things. Looks like Mayor Eric Adams is on the chopping block for right now. What's his next move? Is he going to take accountability? First off, is he going to resign? He could resign and still not take accountability. He could sit there and go, because of everything that's going on and I got to focus on this, I got to look into this. But I will say this, I am still an innocent man. He could do that. He could really do that still. But we'll see if he actually resigns. But I think he should. I really think he should. Okay? Whew, but what say you guys? What say you? Should he stay or should he go? Right? But anyway, guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. That was a big show. And there was a lot to dissect and there was a lot going on. But I appreciate you guys spending the time with me. You guys could have done this anywhere else. You guys could have watched this anywhere else. But you decided to spend that time with me, and that means the world to me. So thank you so much for being here, guys. Real talk. But do me a favor, guys, before we head out, hit that like button down below. Hit that heart emoji or that heart thing down below on TikTok if you're watching here. Please and thank you. All right. That would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you're watching on TikTok, Facebook, X/Twitter, and Instagram. Hit that follow button, okay? Check out that subscribe down below on my main channel here. Go subscribe. Please and thank you. Of course, please subscribe to my second channel, The Pascal Show Clips. I just dropped the video before this live revolving around Diddy. I know we've been on a Diddy trip like crazy, but this Diddy train just ain't stopping anytime soon. They're not letting off on the gas. It's been absolutely insane, and there's more and more information coming out, and we got to talk about it. Go to the secondary channel, subscribe to that second channel. It's called The Pascal Show Clips. Please and thank you. Subscribe. That would be awesome. Okay? Make sure you subscribe here, though, too. Make sure both bells on both channels are set to all, so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload, because it is random, y'all. It is very random, all right, each day. But we giving you daily and consistent information, okay? Don't forget, hit that join button down below. Become a member like some of you guys just became members. Welcome to the family. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Continue hitting that join button down below. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show, okay? And check out my merch page, pascalmerch.com, pascalmerch.com. Go check it out. We got so many great things, yo. Graphic tees, hoodies, t-shirts, etc. Just go check it out, okay? I guarantee you'll find something there that you will absolutely love. That's crazy. I'm still here, though. Hey, I'm trying to get this thing back on. Hopefully it'll come back on. Hold on, guys. Oh, man. Okay, we're back. But anyway, guys, it is time to get going. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got more breaking news coming to you guys very, very soon. We got some other things we got to watch and talk about here. So I will be on in a couple of hours as well. So be on the lookout for that as well. Anyway, guys, it is time to get going. Much love to you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.